March 1984 here, and welcome to the Death Stream. Now, I thought about this for about 3 seconds before coming to the very obvious conclusion that the topic is death might even be a little too morbid for me. And everything that awaits us, and to celebrate life and everything that precedes death. While we're still here, while we're still beating our hearts and pumping our bloods. Let's celebrate 3 brothers who sing their hearts out. They're gonna move you, they're gonna make you laugh. They changed my entire week, they shaped it, and I want to share it with you. I'll introduce them all simultaneously. First up, we have our dear brother Leon Bullock. Dry spot. Because sometimes you need a dry spot for your cigarette. After this, we visit my dear friend Kushwood, where he tells us, in song form, all about the open highway. Yeah, find him, bookmark it, and play it when you're driving. You're welcome. Lastly, and I saved the very best for last, I love all my brothers, but I'm sorry, this one is the best. This is my buddy, Spizmeista. It is Adam Spizzo, and he has a song called All That I Stand For. It is epic, and it will close out this preview. No countdown, just listen to these 3 songs by my 3 brothers. Be blown away, go find them, go subscribe, and then come right back to talk about death. The Grinch way. I will see you all very soon.
I just need a dry spot to smoke my cigarette. My baby's gone and left me, that's all that's in my head. I've drank a bottle of whiskey to numb my breaking heart, 'cause trying to start over was tearing me apart. Well, I woke up this morning, it's the same routine. A bottle of beer for breakfast, chased down with nicotine. I sure ain't living healthy since my lady went away. I'm down to my last match and it's another rainy day. So I just need the dry spot to smoke my cigarette. My baby's gone and left me, and that's all that's in my head. I've drank a bottle of whiskey to numb my breaking heart, 'cause trying to start over was tearing me apart. And trying to start over was tearing me apart. Well, old mum used to tell me, son, don't let them break your heart. You will love again one day, just make a brand new start. So I started with some whiskey to numb my breaking heart, 'cause trying to start over was tearing me apart. So I just need the dry spot to smoke my cigarette. My baby's gone and left me, and that's all that's in my head. I've drank a bottle of whiskey to numb my breaking heart, 'cause trying to start over was tearing me apart. Man, trying to start over was tearing me apart. And trying to start over was tearing me apart.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in and listening to some Leon Bullock original music. If you enjoy what you're listening to, don't forget to hit the like button and maybe leave a comment. Oh, and hey, don't forget to subscribe.
Sister on the old called out to her, but she didn't answer. Questions arise, questions fading away. Ride on through the rain. All in all, I ride on, progressively unfazed. Cause there is future on the open highway, on the open highway. There is future on the open highway, on the open highway. There's a sister on the open highway. I called out to her, but she didn't answer. She didn't answer, no. Difficult to entertain the question of a flame. But she knows nothing more, no, nothing more than my name. But there is future on the open highway, on the open highway. There is future on the open highway, on the open highway. There is love on the open highway, on the open highway. Sister, sister, sister. Hold on too long. Break these chains, but hold on too long. The distant places I'll go, and the wonder I begin to know. So hold on too long, long. Break these chains, but hold on too long. I predicate it's never too late to hold my hand while we bend your fate. I sure could appreciate one more hand, but I'm willing to wait. Hang on, sure could appreciate one more hand, but I'm willing to wait. Hold on too long, long. Break these chains, but hold on too long.
Time is now. That's what they told me. The time is now. You're gonna make this world a better place somehow. And never forget to stand up, to stand tall and stand proud. The time is now. So son, use your voice and say it loud. Don't be just one more face in that awful crowd. That's when you told me to change the world, but you never told me how. And even though I wanted to know, I never asked why. I just packed my bags and told myself to try. So I bow my head and walk alone along the only path I've ever known. I'll try to find those answers with nothing to show. I'll fight in battles I can't see, while everybody's telling me this is all that I stand for. Is this all that I stand for? As time goes by, I see this new world through darkened eyes. Our country's torn apart while our nations divide. This world we want to change is out of love, and it's running out of time. And through the lies, when fathers hold their tears as all the mothers cry, as children walk the streets to find a place to sleep at night, as brothers and sisters die, we're all too busy fighting over our rights. And the words that I'll say over and over and over in my head: why are we colorblind until we see red? Now I've stood tall and I've stood proud. I've been another face in that awful crowd. I never knew my silence was speaking so loud. As I close my eyes and grit my teeth, that voice inside is killing me. Is this all that I stand for? And am I really okay if this is all that I stand for? We'll never win this war.
All right. Now let's see here. Let me check the settings while I'm looking at you. Audio. Everyone can hear me now. This is completely useless. Wow. All right. That was a cool coming up, like, woo, from back from the dead, but you couldn't hear a thing I was saying. Can everybody hear me now? Can we start this over? This is going to be a running theme, I think, for the Grinch 1984 channel. Technological issues every time, and you never know what you're going to get. So that's going to keep people watching, right? How is the Grinch going to screw this up this week? Can everyone hear me before I continue? Sound is good now. Thank you, Dom. All right. Death. What do we know? We know nothing. So this is going to be the format. This is where what I was saying before when I was rudely interrupted by my own stupidity. This is going to be the format of the live streams from now on going forward for the time being. I want to let you guys know I'm going to get a desk and we're going to do this professionally and it's going to be engaging. But for now, here's how it's going to go. I'm going to come up, I'm going to be in your face, I'm going to talk about the topic, then I'm going to turn it over to you, the stars, to tell me what you think as we open the panel. I'm going to go back there and smoke some weed and we're going to talk about it. That's what I was saying, but you couldn't hear me. So now we can pick up where I left off. Death. My door is wide open. Death. What do we know? We don't know anything. There's been so many things said, so many things speculated. What happens when we go? You've all wondered it. We're all going to face it. But none of us are ever going to be able to come back and tell anyone what it's like. Or can we? Near-death experiences, are they real? These are the questions I'm asking you, and I want you to start racking your little brains. Not little brains, that sounds really, you know what I mean. I want you to start racking your big brains and come up and have a little conversation with me about it. Yeah, what do we do when we die? Try to imagine, if you will, all right? Imagine growing up in the 1800s. Imagine what it was like meeting Abraham Lincoln. Imagine his day-to-day or seeing, him coming through. You can't, right? You can only imagine what history books and what teachers and what other people, historians have taught us and what we paint in our minds. We can't picture anything before we were born. Is that what death is? Do we just wink out? If that's true, that's fucking scary. Or do we ascend? Do we become higher beings? Do we shed this shell of a body and ascend to a higher state of being, a higher state of understanding, of consciousness, right there with God as he promises? The Bible, it's over there, I'll get it later. The Bible says that this is what happens. Do you believe that? Do you have a different understanding of the Bible? Do you have a different theory altogether? Is it more than a theory to you? Last question, paranormal people. You believe that spirits remain on this earth. And I have somewhat of a belief in that, but I'm more of an enthusiast. I like the entertainment value. And you all know I'm very forthcoming with that. I'm not a paranormal investigator. I was going to try that one time and I kind of just dropped it 2 years ago. It was going to be Nightfall Paranormal and it never went anywhere. And that's okay. I'd rather do this stuff and engage with you, the professionals. So I want to know what your thoughts are on death. I want to know what you think, what you've heard, what you've experienced. All right. So Dom is backstage. I'm going to open up the panel right now. Dom, my brother, welcome.
Thank you,
buddy.
Thank you for having me on panel. Hi, everybody in chat.
Turn up my volume. And where is the other guy? 351. Are you still back? Are you still down there, man? I wanted to do this intro, and I was trying to tell you in the chat to hang out.
Well, he was saying I saw him say something that he was in chat for a while, so
he popped up, but I didn't want to bring him up during the intro video. I'll take a peek. Oh, cool. Yeah, everybody chat it up. Dom, all right, let's keep this interesting. So you are the only one here so far. So
cool.
What do you know about death? I like to prep a bowl.
Jenny, get your butt up here.
Yeah, Jenny, you of all people, right?
Jenny should be the first one to be up here.
I agree.
Talking about that. Regarding, she was saying that in the chat. She was saying she should be up there. So Jenny, bring your butt up here. Come on.
Yeah. You all know it's an open panel. You all know where the link is. It's right there pinned. So come on up and we will chat it up. In the meantime, let me pack this. And Dom, tell me, man, what do you know? What have you heard? What do you believe?
Well, what do I believe? For me, death is different. Maybe from my brother, from my sister, from different point of view. Different people will have different views on death. Regarding religion, their their background, stuff like that. So going to that, I myself believe in a different way about death. I'm afraid, but not afraid because I've seen it a couple of times. I've been out and back to this world, so you can bring up people if you want.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a good host. I'm inactively listening because I want to address everyone who's downstairs so they don't leave down. I don't want you leaving my basement. I want to lock you guys in.
Oh, bring them on panel right now.
All right, we are going to introduce the asshole man. This is my buddy. This is Colin Henry. I have not had him on stream in over 2 years. Buddy, how the hell are you? And while we're at it, I'm going to bring Bourbon Bounty up, and you can both introduce yourselves and welcome. I missed all you guys. How you doing, everybody?
How's it going? And people that are new in the chat that think that were rude with Colin. He's the one that wants us to call him asshole, and he will call you an asshole too. So don't be offended by that. It's just a way of doing.
It's asshole man.
Hi, Colin. How's it going, man? Hope you're good. Bourbon Bounty. Do not know you. Glad to meet you.
So tell me. All right. So those of you who don't know Colin, he's my buddy. I've known him for a few years. I don't know the specific condition he has, but he was born like this. And with someone who is living the way you're living, what do you want to share with us about your concept of death? What do you want to tell?
Okay. Honestly, I don't really know what to say about death. To be honest, I don't. For me, death is it's a scary thing, but it also isn't at the same time. And I don't
You're saying death is
really
a scary thing?
Yeah. Because recently, last year, I have found my religion, and it is not like Christianity religion. So my religion says that there are different possible places that you can go when you die, like hell or something not. Like the same side. This is hard to explain what I believe, because basically I'm not Christian right now, so I believe in like hell, the Hong Kong law, all that stuff. So I think, in my opinion, when I die, I hope that I go to hell.
You asshole. It's been so long since I've heard your voice, man. I'm so not up to speed. Oh man, it's been so long. I used to be able to understand every word, man. It's great hearing your voice again, man. So yeah.
Actually, if I can talk to you about it later on chat if that's easier. I know it's been a few years since we talked, so I'm sorry.
So, Bourbon Bounty. Hey, it's good to see you too, asshole. I'm glad you're here. I promised I wouldn't swear a lot, but asshole's here. This motherfucker.
Yeah.
I've known him forever, dude. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. And he's gonna hang out with us on panel. I want to hear what Bourbon Bounty. I'm not sure if I've met you. Do I know you? Uh-oh, you're muted. No, Bourbon, I'm not getting any mic from you at all, any sound from you at all. Okay. All right. Yay, I'm not the only one, all right, that has streaming issues. I feel so much better.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Shows yours. All right, I got you.
Hey, it helps if you turn your mic on.
That it does, yes.
Right. So evidently, I subbed to you. I remember Grinch, but I came on tonight. I was looking for a place to land, and you gave me a spot. So here we are.
Cool, man. Tell me what you want to tell me about death. Anything you share, any experiences or anything, just open it up.
Yeah, I'm a realist when it comes to this stuff. I'm not real religious, but I'm kind of spiritual. Like I'm kind of not religion, like Jesus and stuff, right? So, but I kind of believe like there's like this energy in the universe and all of that, but I don't know if anyone on Earth has it figured out. But I'm not going to count out anything. But I just don't think organized religion of any sort and matter has anything figured out here on this Earth.
That's pretty much where I am at as well. I've studied a lot of the religions. I adhere to no strict religion because religion is man-made. I make this very clear. I'm very close to Pentecostal Christian. I believe Jesus Christ came here and did some crazy things, and then he died so that we can. That's what I believe. That's where I believe I'm going. Does that specifically? Oh, we lost asshole. Does that specifically one particular religion? No, it does not. That said, I'm still very open to the possibility that we all got this wrong. I'm not an agnostic. I have my faith, but we are taught to question our faith every day to grow it and get it stronger. And Urbanixium is here. What's up, buddy? So that's what we should do. We should question it.
Sean, how's it going, brother?
Sean, anyone new coming in, the link is right up there. Go get it and come on up on the panel. Bourbon is telling us about what he wants to share with us on the topic of death. So I'm going to turn it back over to him.
Nice. I mean, I consider myself, well, okay. So when we get into semantics of words, I'm not really an atheist because I don't care, right? So if someone says, "Oh, you're an atheist," I'm like, "No, not really," because I'm not taking action against anything, right? But I don't believe in your theology. I don't believe in your, spooky dooky spaghetti monster bullshit, right? But that doesn't mean I'm an atheist, because it doesn't mean I don't believe in any gods. It means I don't believe in your version of it, right? So, when we look at this stuff, it is like complex.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, man. No, but when we're looking at all of this atheism and everything, because ism, like ISM, IST, atheist, it signifies like an action. And I'm no more an atheist than I'm an ghostist or an yetiist or any of that shit, right? So I don't care. I mean, I'm open-minded. If somebody wants to find hair of a yeti and like track one down and trap it, I'll believe in it tomorrow. But you know, I'm not gonna put all my balls in the court.
You're like Thomas. You know, you have to see it to believe it before having an opinion on it.
Touch it, smell it, feel it.
So yeah.
That's where most of our faith comes, because we can't touch, smell, or feel any of that.
Right.
Hard, man, it really is. Were you saying, asshole?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, all right, so Colin, do you... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you believe we go on, or do you believe we just wink out and that's it?
I just believe that we just that's it. Recently, I just notifications in the chat and just see I typed it out.
Perfect.
I believe in stuff like yeah, don't look in the chat. I typed it all out in case you can't.
Oh, and there's fantasy
So I
fiends.
believe in
That one?
yeah, definitely.
Sweet. There we go. There's what asshole's saying.
Yeah,
He's very
definitely.
cool, man. I appreciate you typing it. It's been so long since I heard your voice, dude. It's so... Oh, man. I'll get on it. Don't worry. All right, so I want to hear from Dom, too. So, Dom, do you have anything to add on what Bourbon was saying?
Like I
do
said,
you believe...
I do believe that there's something after. Is it instantly like once you like you're finished here, you're moving on to the next, or is there a waiting time? I don't know. Like I said, I've been dead, came back to life. I saw stuff on the other side on 3 different occasions, and 3 different occasions wasn't not the same thing I was seeing. So
It wasn't.
No,
They were different
not,
every time.
Yeah, it's different. Oh man.
Take your time, man.
It's when I say different, it's almost similar, but in different ways. You know, some will say you're gonna see bright lights, which I did see. Some say there's people there waiting for you to make you do like the transfer between this world and heaven or whatever we go, which I saw also. And the next one I saw was just plain like the stars. You know when you watch a NASA thing and you see only stars and dark stuff. That's the only thing I was seeing. I was hearing voices and stuff like that, but no persons, no lights, just like plain cosmos. So, like I said, it's different ways. I do believe there's something in the afterlife, that we do reincarnate, that we do come back to the on a different form. Could it be a human form? Could it be an animal form? Could it be something else? That's I still don't know. Yes, I would like to have the answers. Doing investigations, we do ask those questions. What's on the other side? Etc. Etc. Do you believe in heaven, hell, and stuff like that? We do get some answers. Sometimes we do not get absolutely nothing. One main thing that I hear a lot, and that's coming from a religious background, is a lot of people, when we do ask the question, do you believe in God? Do you believe in heaven? You would be surprised of the answers we're getting in different places. But yeah, so that's my point of view.
Okay.
Well, here's one thing I would like to add to this. Is it's scientifically provable that there was a finite amount of energy in the beginning. Okay. So the Big Bang explodes and everything's moving away, right? But the same amount of energy is here. So if you are made up of energy and you cease to exist, okay, where does the energy go? And that's what I'm more interested in, is a measurable. I'm a math guy, so I like to know where does the energy stay together, or does it just go poof and disperse? Now
I will.
Okay.
I'll bring a little something on this, and this is quite personal to me. Okay, so my mother passed away. I was on my way to the hospital. She was rushed to the hospital. She died between the travel from the house to the hospital in the ambulance.
Okay.
They put her in a design room to bring the family there to grieve and stuff. We were in the room, okay? We were me, my brother, my sisters weren't there. We were trying to call them, reach them. We reached them. We told them, you need to get here at AST. This happened, and they're waiting for us to take decisions on. So as soon as my sister got in the room, everything in the room, I'm talking about electricity that works with it, went berserk. The lights shut out, the small computers in the room, even my cell phone went black for a couple of seconds, and it moved. After that, everything came back to normal. So on your question, where does the energy leave? Because it said, even if your heart starts beating, your mind is still up and operating. Your brain is still operating even after the death, and that would be fun to have Jenny to explain that. She does those things, to have her up on panel. But anyways, so once everything finishes, the energy or the electromagnetic fields that we have in the body will disperse and move on in the atmosphere. So that was creating like the wave of electrical interference in the room on the machine. So I'm not 100% that's always the case, but in that case, that's what happened. We even spoke with the doctor, and the doctor told us a lot of times it will happen when a person deceased in the room. The electrical stuff will go berserk.
Right.
Sorry for cutting you like that. So
no, what I was trying to say though is if the energy just disperses and goes back to the universe, right? It just goes back in. Then you can't have a residual spirit on Earth. Like people say, a ghost, and I've never seen one. I'll tell you this, I want to. If it's real, I want to see it. I'm the guy who is a doubter, right? I don't believe in it. I want to see it, but I want to see it, right?
You're more on the skeptical
right, but I don't believe.
But you still have an open mind of saying, listen, if I do see it,
hey, absolutely, I'm gonna trust what I see.
That. You're not. What I mean is, you're not fully closed to the.
No, I'm not totally closed to the idea.
Different people on different levels will be skeptic, but sometimes they're not even open to.
No. I'm open.
Maybe see.
Yeah. I feel like that's not right to say. Because you never know unless you see it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, seeing it to me is believing it.
But sometimes I'm not saying it's not okay to have a mind like that, but sometimes it will not be visual. It's going to be more physical, or like touching. Sometimes you'll be touched, but you won't see that thing. But
Right, I know.
you will have the marks of fingers on your arm.
I need to be punched by a ghost in the face. That's what I need.
Believe me, hold on. You don't want that. I've been punched in the ribs. I'm 6'1". I'm about 200 something pounds. I got punched by a spirit in the ribs in a prison, and I bent down like like a
no, but that's what I need, though, man.
No, you don't want that. That's painful as hell.
Well, yeah, but then I would then I would have something to hang on to.
I would go before going to with the punch and stuff. I would go more into maybe a shadow spirits, seeing stuff.
Well, yeah, but then I can play it off. I gotta have something I can't play off. Look, man, I'm ex-military. I've been to Bosnia Herzegovina. I've been all over the world.
Thank you for your services.
Punch me, baby. Come on, hit me.
Thank you for your services. But yeah, I do understand your point of view. But like I'm saying, sometimes people will ask for like first of all, to have a full body spirits. It doesn't happen like going at McDonald's and asking for a Big Mac. It's not like that. It works on that side. Right. But there's different types of stuff that could prove you that there's afterlife after. But I'm not here to debate on that and to have a discussion. We're here to talk about afterlife, and I'll let you go with your opinion.
There we go. No. I'm here to believe or not, man. Come on.
I can show you pictures. I can send you pictures after to show you, because I do ghost tours and stuff like that. I do have pictures during a ghost tour on the live TikTok where a person appeared behind me. She's half skeleton, half skin. I have in the same cemetery on the same spot. I have a little girl. She's about 4 to 5 years old. She's holding her teddy bear. Right behind her, you have a pair of legs walking, but there's no torso. So yeah, I could show you stuff.
The only time though,
I'll send them to you after, Grinch.
the only time I've ever seen like half torsos or little girls is on ghost hunters and shit, like on TV. Yeah. And I know, because I make videos all the time. I can enhance parts of the video. I can do all this stuff. I just want to go hug a ghost, man. Come on. Show me where I can go and like interact and like get the energy from the ghost. I mean, like I'm saying, I'm not doubting any of this, because my boy from the military, he says he sees dead people all the time. He sees ghosts.
Well, you're military, so you have a little bit more friends that we can have. But you should talk with a lot of military guys. Pretty sure that some of your buddies had experiences.
No, I just said one of them, he sees them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen anything.
That's a good question, Kim. I've wondered that too, because I have seen one thing. I've seen one thing in my life when I was really young that is debatable whether or not it was fueled by alcohol at the time.
Yeah.
Like I saw a shadow move across the closet from the hallway to the bathroom. I don't even know if that's what I saw.
I've always been confused why some people experience paranormal so much while others don't.
Well,
I never wanted to experience it, yet I always have, while others who truly want to. Okay. Coming from a background of paranormal investigator, been doing that for the past 27 years now. Okay. Some people will basically, even if they don't want to see the spirits, will attract them with the energy or the vibe they're getting out, which are we call them beacons or lights. they'll have a pure energy, so the ghosts are that will come next to it. If you're stressed out, if you're pissed, if you're this, that, and you have a bad energy, I'm not saying you that you're a bad person, but you know, sometimes you could have a disagreement with somebody, or a fight with the argument or stuff like that. It will, but they give you a negative energy. So if you go and try to ghost hunt after that, and you're still on that, you know, that mojo of, oh damn, I would have swung him, you know, that's negative energy. So the people, even, I'll give you an example. If you go to I don't know, you go to a restaurant and the person next to you is not really kind, or not you, you're gonna get disrupted to tell the waitress, can you tell them to, you know, to move on, or you're gonna tell him himself, hey buddy, can you chill out and calm down. Same thing for the spirits. Once you face somebody, it's like facing grandma, uncle, the aunts. If you know, you're not too in the mood, they will feel that too. So they will tend not to appear to you or not to do stuff for you. But that's one of the reasons. But there's different reasons also.
Oh, you done told me my reason. I'm a freaking asshole, so they're not gonna come up to me.
If you're nasty,
I'm not though. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
You're just a realist. You just say it. You just got to a point in life where you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it as it is, and if people want to hear it, they're gonna hear it. That's a great place to be.
I'm just,
you're not a nice guy.
But
hey, we got Jenny here. This is the more. I want to welcome her before you.
Jenny.
Sorry,
Okay,
no,
I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna let Jenny go. She has.
I couldn't take the paranormal talk anymore. Okay.
All right, now it gets
because there is so much more to death than the paranormal. Like,
no, okay. I was giving an example.
Is literally its own thing.
I was giving an example, but I will shut down and let you talk.
So one of the things I had mentioned was there's a lot of cultural nuances and religious nuances and all kinds of spiritual nuances when it comes to death. And unfortunately, aside from the people that have had near-death experiences, or even those that have had out-of-body experiences, we don't know a lot about what happens after we die. Because other than speculation, there's nothing that is verifiably documented. It just doesn't exist. How could it be? So a lot of people have reported hearing sounds, seeing loved ones, seeing lights, seeing, you know, horrendous things, seeing beautiful, blissful things, and then coming back to themselves. Now, the psychology behind death, because I am a thanologist as well, I have my degree in thanology, which is the study of death. What we do know is that as our brain is shorting down or circuiting down, because your brain is an energetical pulse center, it's progressing off of memories and programmed thoughts and behaviors. So what is one theory is that the idea of lights and loved ones and everything is because that was what we have been promised through religion, what we have been promised through things that have been passed down to us, that you will see your loved ones in the hereafter. Is that a pre-programmed thought that as we are phasing out, our mind is holding on to? So that is a huge possibility. You know, that is also the possibility that it is actually true. But as far as tangibility, which Bourbon was talking about, something that you can see, smell, touch, taste, whatever, there is no verifiability to that as of yet. It is very speculated. It is very, you know, believe what you want, you know, type situation.
Right.
Then
but let me add one thing to this though. So if there was a finite amount of energy in the universe, okay, when it was created, and there's still the same level of energy now, and there will still be the same level of energy later, how much energy is a person, right? How much energy is a person? it must be minusculely small compared to the universe. But on Earth, we're here in this globe. Where does the energy go, and when does the energy go? Right? So when you take your last breath.
Well, scientifically, it is proven that energy doesn't dissipate; it transfers. That's a scientifically proven and documented thing. So, in regards to us as being energetical pulses, we're a pebble of sand in the grand scheme of universal energy. But you have to remember that planet Earth, in and of itself, is a pebble in the universal energy.
Absolutely.
So,
that's my point of view. Yes.
So
okay,
that's
go
why
ahead.
I always say, we're indispensable, but we're dispensable because of the fact that, I tell this to my own kids and I tell this to everybody, like, don't take yourself too seriously because you're very, very tiny compared to the grand of everything. So when I come in contact with a lot of people that want to really get into a deep philosophical or religious debate with me in any regard, and that's not what I'm here to discuss, but I'm just going to kind of go in that direction for a brief second. Most people believe there's a creator of all being what, not just planet Earth, not just human beings.
Right.
All is a huge, vast thing. Okay, call it what you will. So to literally sit and focus on ourselves and just our species, or even the subspecies, like, animals and trees and birds and air and all that, to focus on that is to give it such a minute, regard in the grand comparable. So I do have religious context when I, as far as I believe with my beliefs and death and everything, I find myself looking at it from the lens of I'm looking at it so small because from the books I've read to the people I've spoken to, we only identify things in people and on planet Earth. And some people say, well, there's no such thing as aliens, blah, blah. I'm not even talking about aliens. I'm talking about just energy in general and creation in general. And so we do documentarily know that there is more than just us, but we only focus on us. So
right. Well, that's all we know.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's
so
all we know.
We stay with what we know. We dance with the devils that we know. So anytime I ever hear somebody like, and this can go with anybody, if you ever get offended by someone's beliefs, just remember when you go, if you believe in God, they're not going to ask you about anybody else's sins but your own. So if you believe in that, focus on yourself. But also when we do pass, and if you do believe in that, there's more to it than just what our ego and our mentality has taught us, what other men have taught us. You have to be in for a huge ride. You have to be in for like infinity, because there's just got to be so much more. So
there's billions and billions of stars in this universe, hundreds of billions of stars. Our star is actually a small star. And if you believe that there's not life out there, then you are believing that no planet has ever come close to hundreds of billions of stars other than ours to create life. I mean, to me, that is absurd to believe that we are the only one.
There's two things you're guaranteed in your existence is that you are going to exist and that you are going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Our mind doesn't really go too many more directions other than I need to be right about something, because that's our ego. It has to be right about something, right?
Okay.
And
go ahead.
The idea that it wants more than what it allows itself to progress. So everybody wants that existence of heaven. Everybody wants that existence of a secondary plane of existence or reincarnation or re-evolution or anything like that. They need it because the idea that lights just go out is completely terrifying to people. Like that.
I don't want this train to stop.
Yeah, because that would mean that the only thing you're good for is what you're able to produce on this little floating rock in the world, in the universe. Which is ridiculous.
So what if though? What if? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, terrified of reincarnation for some reason. I'm not scared of reincarnation, but I am survived. And I don't know why. I do know why. Because to me, the idea of the being reincarnated is losing everything that made you to you in the past life. It's fucking scary to me. So I hope that reincarnation is not real. It scares me.
You're saying the idea of reincarnation is that's what's scary, or the idea of being something else, having to start over in another being that you used to. But do you retain? You wouldn't retain your memories, so you wouldn't know. So that in and of itself could even be fear. You know, you're gonna lose everything that is you, fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. Because in my opinion, the things that happened to you in this life, they made you. And the fact that it's possible that you can be reborn as completely something else, like none of your memories from your past life, is fucking, it's ridiculous. Honestly, I thought I was going to hell than be reincarnated. Because that's just me. So,
Yeah. I'm not sure if I fully believe in reincarnation or not. The Bible says now, my heart and other things confuse me on a lot of things, especially reincarnation, because there's a lot, there's a lot we still don't know, and it's still very possible. And I'd like to believe that, we get new chances to be better, and then at some point maybe we reach like you've lived like 10 lives, and you finally reached a point where you're better, you're a better being, and now you can ascend to another place in the universe.
Well, what if it's not? What if it's not all about us, though? Right. So
true, that's our ego talking. Because what if it's not just us? You're right.
So what if I lived a 60% good life, 40% bad life, right? And when I die, 60% of my energy goes into something good and 40% goes into something bad. I'm throwing out a scenario where it's not, because we tend to look at all of this about consciousness, right? I won't know either way. I mean, I'm not going to be conscious of the next life. Let's say reincarnation is true, and you lived 16 past lives. What does it matter to you in this one? Because you don't remember any of the other shit. So when you're done, right? So let's say I lived an 80% good life, and 80% of my energy goes into something good, and 20 goes into something bad. I have no idea either way.
Yeah, it has to kind of it has to spin seriously. After I die, basically after I die, I still want to be me. You know? I don't want to
I want to retain everything. I want to be me after too, I like what I've created. I don't want to lose that. It would be like losing my YouTube channel, or something, an extension of what I've done and created.
Yeah.
You're losing your whole
exactly. Exactly. And that's why reincarnation doesn't scares me to no end. It's because what's the point then, What's the point of living this life to the fullest if you're just gonna do it again and not remember everything?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure Bela Lugosi didn't want to lose what he had. Mr. Horror guy. You know, I'm sure Marilyn Monroe didn't want to lose what she had, but it's not like a new Bela Lugosi or Marilyn Monroe popped up after they died.
Right.
But
They could
maybe
have come back with anything.
maybe some of their energy went into someone else. You know, I don't know.
Someone who, that makes really a lot of sense, because you might see somebody and say, boy, that person reminds me of so and so, or
Right.
you know, I knew somebody who we swore was the reincarnation of Buddy Holly, and like from childhood remembered certain things, and it's wild to think, like, yeah, what if just that positive energy went into this person, and they carried on just those mannerisms, some of those memories, but they don't quite
Well, that's when
understand.
you get into doppelgangers, that they are part of your residual energy from a past life.
I don't know. I don't know this. If I don't know, shoot, my energy says you. I don't know.
He ain't giving his energy up. That's why he's the asshole. Jenny, I want to hear what you think about this separation of energies, of positive and negative, and going different ways when it leaves the body.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm not sure my true standpoint on that. I think that because I am East Indian, I believe my religion is based heavily in chromatic cycles. So that plays into that, where it's like you will rotate into what you gave into the universe, so universal energy. So I do believe that bits and pieces of us exist in everything that we touch, taste, deliver to, become part of. So humans, earth, air, everything. So even where you inside your domicile, everything takes in some of your energy. So if in that room that you lived in for 10 years as a teenager, you were, you know, you had a lot of unenlightened thoughts and you had a lot of depression and stuff like that, I do believe those rooms retain that energy. So other people who reside in those places may feel that energy. As far as the reincarnation of yourself, I do believe that you go through shadow work in every life that you're a part of, that you have to rework yourself through those situations, those past traumas, those past negative impulses and things like that, to continue your life cycle here in whatever existence we're a part of, that we will be able to create the more dignified and unified version of ourselves that we are trying to become. And that may take several life capacities in order to maintain, but that's why you should always be working on yourself.
Well, I see the comment coming in, but I'm a fisherman. Okay, I've fished my entire life, and if I catch a fish and I don't weigh it immediately, shortly after I throw it in the thing, I mean, it weighs a lot less because moisture leaves. And I mean, you can't really do that. You can't measure a spirit or energy or anything. Things when things die, they lose weight rapidly. Bam. I mean, because water, moisture, all that stuff leaves. But I'm more interested though in what, and we've been talking about good energy going here, bad energy. What defines good and bad? Right?
We define as good and bad.
Yeah,
and who are we?
Okay, who are we to define morally? Because what we're talking about morally, which is a man-made construct. So, what is good and bad energy?
It's all subjective.
I think it's energy that either affects positively or negatively. I think anything that inflicts anything on another person that causes them to stress or causes them to feel anything but joy or the opposite of joy, that's negative energy. I think it can be
let me ask you this question. Let's say there was a person destroying lives, Jeffrey Dahmer killing multiple people, and I destroy Jeffrey Dahmer. Does that mean I now have bad energy because I stopped him from killing people? Or
is bad. I don't think you absorb energy.
Okay, but let's say I exerted that energy to in a violent way because I'm an ex-military guy, okay, and we exerted a lot of negative energy, you know, and I'm trying to say that some of the things that I did in life, I did for a really good reason. Does that make me a bad person?
Not if you did them for a good reason. If the outcome was
okay
positive, and the outcome yielded.
But let's say I died.
Well, here's the thing that I believe, that I subscribe to. If you kill somebody that is trying to kill somebody else, are you at fault for that death? Yes, you are. Just like with us, when I deal with somebody who died from, being on death row and was actually executed, on their death certificate, it says murder. They were dignifiably murdered by all intents and purposes. So if you kill somebody, you are still responsible for the death you caused. If you get some kind of ramification for nobody else being killed, it's possible.
But is that positive or negative energy?
You're responsible for the energy that you put out there. So you causing a death is still the energy that you put out there. You still caused the death.
Right.
You don't get that wiped away. But, the fact that you were, in your opinion, this could be your opinion or any of our opinion, that you redeemed somebody or you have redemption because you stopped a cycle of where that person could have caused more death. That is also a subjective thing. So,
right.
Is it
but
just
in the
ending a life? That's just generally a bad thing. Like if you end any life, is it a bad thing? Or like, let's say it's your job to use these ex-military. And it's your job. You're an executioner. It's your job to do that, and you're executing.
Right. So what constitutes good and bad energy?
Yeah,
It's what I'm asking.
Hey, can I say something?
Sure.
In my opinion, consciousness is
Uh-oh. Hold on, we lost you. You're frozen. Did we lose everybody? No.
No, I'm here.
I'm here.
Oh, and you're back. Sort of. I don't know.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I forgot about it. Okay, anyways, I was gonna say, in my opinion, what consciousness and energy is the intention of the action you do. Like, for instance, if you kill somebody just to have them from killing somebody else, that's a good energy. Because you kill somebody with a good intention. You know what I mean?
Not sure. I picked up half of it.
I got some of that.
If you kill somebody, type a little bit of it if you.
Basically, I was saying, what consciousness and other energy is the intention, in my opinion. Like, if you kill somebody with a good intention, like you kill somebody to save somebody else. That's a good energy,
kill someone with
in my opinion.
good intentions. What's the last part of that? So you believe you retain good energy if you kill them with good intention, but if you kill them with ill intent, you're bringing out the negative energy from within yourself.
Okay. Just kill for no reason. That's the negative energy. Because if you kill a serial killer, that's the good energy. I think. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Well,
I think
I don't know. I think sometimes killing another person is an to do. Like, the person is saying, and just what is on this is still, and just what is on it's still be this person. Because you still the evil person objectively. Does that make sense?
Catching half of it. If you kill somebody with, I'm not sure.
Basically, if you kill somebody for no reason, then just killing, then have to ill.
Kill it for no reason. Okay.
Yeah.
If you kill him for no reason, it's with ill intent.
Yeah.
Automatic. That makes sense. If you have no reason to kill them, then yeah. But if there is, if you're, let's say you're self-defense, or you're defending, let's say someone's coming at your wife with a knife, about to end her life, and you stop them, and that's not going to be a parody, I promise. And you stop them and you kill them. What kind of energy are you releasing?
Well,
you're just self-defense.
Yeah. It depends on the situation. Like if you're a different person on your life, and somebody, like you said, somebody is just randomly coming at you with a knife, or somebody invites you into your house.
If you're a good person all your life, randomly comes at you with a knife out of nowhere.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, you don't get any kind of energy because you just have someone of self-defense, and two, you constantly say many long lies to justify killing that one person. You know?
Yeah, I think murder is not justifiable. But self-defense, manslaughter is absolutely justifiable. It just depends on.
Yeah, but now we're talking about we've
left death. We're on to murder now.
Well, no, we're talking about morality.
It's still
What if the universe doesn't give a shit about our morality?
That's what I was about to say.
Very possible.
Right? So what if the energy, we're creating this dichotomy of what's right and wrong between humans, and the universe doesn't give a shit? It's just going to absorb the energy right back in. So then
we're just feeding our own egos, and we're not really accomplishing anything. Doing this. Yeah.
That's it.
That's right. So we've come to the conclusion we get near wrapping. As we near wrapping this up, we come to the conclusion that none of it matters. I'm sorry, Jenny, go ahead.
We place so much on an emotional practice of what makes us feel justifiable, all that. It's all emotionally based. It's all egotistically based. So out of every human that ever existed, who was the one that said what was right and what was the wrong way to take someone out or anything like that? It was all built upon a human man premise. So the universe doesn't care. Like, it's all cycling.
I think that's actually a perfect place to end this. If you're afraid of death, like I am, I think that's a great way. I think everybody kind of came to the same conclusion that the universe doesn't give a shit. And I love that, because why should we fear death if the universe doesn't give a shit? These are all self-imposed fears. This is all stuff that we made up in our heads. We caused this fear. We put this here. What if we just wink out and there's nothing there? We're not even going to know. So does it really have to be all that scary? What's that? Exactly. Does anyone else have anything else they want? Go ahead. Go ahead, Jenny. You're good.
So live your best life, because you're not making it out of your life. So
that's right.
The best we can.
The best
You know
you can.
what would piss? You know what would piss me off? If Hitler, as much as we hate Hitler, as much as we despise the Nazi regime, if Hitler had a higher place in the universe than me, it would piss me off.
Oh, absolutely. I guarantee you. You better not.
But
if the universe doesn't give a shit what we do on this earth,
there's no guarantee he doesn't.
The universe might not care. They might not. That's
the universe may not care.
Because already I'm putting Hitler under my thumb. Like, no, but that's just me. Like, what if the universe doesn't give a shit?
That's human emotion.
Oh, all right. I guess Jenny's out. That's all right. We are. We're gonna wrap it up. Anyone else? Anything they want to add real quick? I want to keep it at about an hour. I think is a good spot, and that's including the 20-minute opening thing we did. So, Dom, you got to throw your 2 cents closing out. Does the universe care? Do you care?
Well, like I said in the chat, my only fear or thing that bothers me is the people that I'll leave behind, my kids, family, stuff like that, loved ones and stuff. Well, I don't have no more parents, but you know. So, but for the rest, I'm in peace with myself. I know I'm gonna go away. I've been there, came back, you know, stuff. So I know, I know that we're gonna go away. Hope that I will be reincarnated in a better version of myself. I think that for myself, my humble opinion, I think that we recycle ourselves to be a better person at the end. So like you were saying, we had an example with your 10 lives, you were saying, Grinch. If you go like that, you start with a person, and coming a little bit what Bourbon was saying, you know, you put 60-40. Well, your next slide, you're gonna have to put a little bit more to take down that 40 till you reach 100% on one side. I think once you reach that 100%, that will be something else. But that's my belief in that. So on that, thank you for people in the chat, for the discussion in the chat. Thank you for coming. Do not forget to like the button down. It's free. It does help the channel. So please do that. Share that out. Go give love to each other, one another. You know, share the links, share the pages on social media. It helps the creators. And yeah, so thank you, Grinch, once again on panel. And
absolutely, man. And you know that we're going to be sharing your stuff out too. We share and share alike. Everybody needs to practice this every day.
At the same
time, one and watch another.
We'll talk about something I had today. Something creative. Yeah, something creative. But it popped up in my mind yesterday. I wrote it on paper, so we're gonna talk about that eventually in the back.
You better start advertising it because you don't want to miss that when Dom drops that. When you're ready, man, we'll come up and support you. You're talking about a live you're gonna do?
Oh, that's coming. I'm gonna let everybody know. I'm working on my first very live, and I'm gonna go all wheels out. It's gonna be a roast, a Q&A question, and a roast on me.
Okay, I'll be there. Oh,
very first live. So,
don't miss.
I'm not telling the dates. And you can come, and if you want to bash me, if you want to, you know,
we will.
Give me shit or stuff like that, you're welcome.
Asshole man, you better be there.
Yes, asshole.
All right, I'm gonna end it here because we're.
And also, do you give me 2 seconds?
1, 2, go.
Okay, so next on, we're gonna be on Nubz's live. We're doing Paranormal 101.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah, it's at 11:45.
It's 11:45. We have an hour. hour and some minutes. Get ready. Okay, yes, I will put
Guys,
that.
if you want to jump on that, we're talking about different kinds of subjects, different topics. We do respond to the chat also. If you want to be there, it would be amazing. So yeah, thank you guys once again.
All right. If everyone, the last 6 who are still hanging on, I'm going to go ahead and drop Nubz's link right now so that you can get over there, because we are all going to be over there, probably on panel, probably doing something really crazy like we did last week. It was really inappropriate. No, it was awesome. All right.
No, last week, hold on.
Oh, hold on. We lost Bourbon. I wanted to say, but Bourbon, if you're still watching the live, thank you for coming up, man. I'm so glad you did, because you had a lot of insight. I want to tell you that in person, but
it was pretty cool to meet Bourbon. It was my first time.
He's good, yeah.
To have
Jenny had a lot of things to say. You both had a lot of things to say. Everybody made this
Jenny, I adore Jenny, her point of views and stuff like that. So thank you, Jenny. I know she went back to work. I don't know if she's gonna watch.
Yeah, she's back at work now. That's all right. We're done though. We're shutting it down. So get over to Nubsies and we will see you there. Thank you, everybody. And next week I'm singing the classics. The ones where I sang them and they sucked ass. I'm going to re-sing them and redo them live in front of everybody. I'm going to have a microphone all set up. That's going to be next week. We're going to sing it out. And Colin, what time is it? Colin, what time is it? It's 7
Rock on.